Hello Virgos and welcome. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Justina and I use Western Astrology Tropical Zodiac, and these predictions are most accurate for the rising sign. However, you can also watch them for your sun sign or for your moon sign if you prefer. So welcome. Now, if you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. Now, February is a pretty exciting month because the Venus is already in a direct motion as we begin the month. The post-shadow period ends on the 1st of March. Then we've got Mercury. Mercury stations direct on the 3rd of February and their post-shadow periods end on the 23rd of February. So here the energies will start to move at a much faster pace and it will be easier to communicate, to get on with others, to be inspired naturally. Because here these retrogrades were in your 5th house of creativity. Well, Mercury from the second part of the month, but Venus since the end of December. So now, this month, this would be a good time to start to implement some changes or bring some ideas that you may have had for yourself throughout January and the end of December, especially to anything connected to self-employment or a new business idea or a creative project. Right, so the month begins with a new moon in Aquarius on the 1st at 12 degrees of Aquarius. So Aquarius is a fixed sign, fixed energy, a bit stubborn, a bit resistant to change. Here, Virgo is a mutable sign, flexible and adaptable. So you might find it easy to adapt to these energies. Now, Saturn is in a very close proximity to this new moon, the ruler of Aquarius, the traditional ruler of Aquarius. So this is a good time for bringing more structure into your everyday life, the everyday routine, duties. If you want to change your diet, you might feel more disciplined about doing that, more consistent if you want to implement a new exercise regime, for instance, because this could be also the case. Generally, anything to do with work, employment, there could be some new beginnings concerning that as well. Now, the sun also rules your 12th house, so you might be dealing with some deeper aspects of your life, perhaps some hidden matters, private matters. And generally, you might also feel, not everyone, but for some people, it could also mean that you might be slightly exhausted because you might invest so much energy into whatever that you will be doing around this new moon, that you might feel like you want to withdraw temporarily around the 4th when the Sun and Saturn conjoin at the same degree. So find time to rest because this could be a pretty busy start of the month if needed. But otherwise, we've got Mars in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus on February the 8th. So here Mars will be in Capricorn throughout the whole of the month. Your 5th house is activated now with Venus and Mercury in a direct motion. This could be a really busy time when you might be dealing with some new projects, new ideas, new opportunities that come your way. So here, if you are an artist, a musician, a writer, this is your month. Because as you we'll see in a moment, there is a very special alignment here in the middle of the month. But here with Martian energy, you'll be very motivated. And here with Mars, you might really find it easier to work independently. Right, so with the trine from Uranus in Taurus, this could be a time of some unexpected opportunities that come your way, unforeseen events, or you might have some really interesting ideas. So if you want to create something, try to create something, or try to remember that the 8th of the month could be a day when you have some really very interesting original ideas for your next project. So you might be bursting with creativity around this day. You might also attract some unusual people into your life, especially if you will be out and about, or you might meet someone. Generally, unique and original people are often met when Uranus is involved. It's a harmonious aspect as well, so it should be pretty positive energy. And right, so yes, I think it's just being open-minded and flexible. That's the best way to deal with Uranian transits. Now, also, since this is the house of children and conception, with the trine from Uranus in Taurus, there could be an unexpected pregnancy as well for some people. Right, so on the 16th, we've got a full moon in Leo, and Leo rules your 12th house. So yet again, 12th house is activated here. The first time around, it was at the beginning of the month with the Sun and Saturn conjunction. And here we've got a very late degree of a full moon, 27 degrees of Leo. So usually when it's a late degree, we often deal with a situation when we are kind of ending something. So ending a chapter or a phase or a relationship, a project. So you must end something in order to move forward into whatever that you want to achieve. It doesn't have to be any drama, but generally the late degrees are often kind of the end of some phase, connected to the end of some phase. And especially here, because this is your 12th house, so you're ending a cycle here, a 12-month cycle, so you might be reflecting on your past achievements, on your life, on your goals, and you might feel like you want to withdraw, you want to read, you want to write, you want to be creative, because there is a lot of creativity that comes with Leo and with a full moon in the 12th house. And generally, this is also a great time for kind of reconnecting with your inner self. So learning about yourself through astrology or psychology, numerology, and so on. Now, also on the same day, we've got the Venus and Mars conjunction in Capricorn. So earlier I told you that there will be a very special alignment in your 5th house, and this is the one. Now, we will have another one of these at the beginning of March, where Pluto will be involved. It's a triple conjunction. I'm sure many of you have already heard about this. So that will be more intense and powerful. This one is slightly different, but maybe a little taste of what you might expect later on, but much more intense. Right, so Venus and Mars conjunction in the 5th house. This is really interesting. This could bring more romance into your life, or a new romance. Generally, creativity, imagination, inspiration. It's a good time to just go with the flow, or you might want to live in a more carefully way around this time as well. And also, it's a really good time to kind of go to the theater or cinema, do something creative and something that brings joy into your life. And even if you feel like you want to withdraw or spend time on your own with the full moon in your 12th house, it's still a great time for doing something creative in the comfort of your home, or perhaps you might want to be with a romantic partner, but somewhere private, you know, because there's a lot of kind of privacy that comes here with this full moon. Right, so on the 25th, we've got Mercury in Aquarius, square Uranus in Taurus. So Mercury is in your 6th house. So here, this is happening in your sphere of work and employment. So there could be some unexpected situations concerning technology or electronic devices at your work. So make sure you back up all your data or whatever it is that you'll be working. Generally, there could be some unforeseen situations at your work or with a coworker or in your everyday life with this square. Usually the squares are like challenges that have to be overcome in order to reach a goal or a milestone. Since Mercury also rules Virgo, your sign, and Mercury, which is the ruler of your 10th house, you might be dealing with some unforeseen situations connected to your bosses, superiors, or managers at your work, but also this could be connected to you and your personal life. So generally towards the end of the month, think everything through before making any major changes or decisions, back up any data or files, because Uranus is connected to technology, and with the square to Mercury, there could be something unexpected that happens with any electronic devices, but also any paperwork, any documents. So make sure you check everything as well before signing anything or sending anything off. And on this note, I wish you a pleasant month. I hope February is a good month for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and bye for now.